Hey, hi, it's Meredith. I'm here with our message for Wednesday, the 9th of September, 2020. We're using our gorgeous and lovely Bonefire Tarot. And what do we have here for Q&A today from the Know Yourself book of questions? I think maybe we've had this one. Can you let go of things easily? Well, I would love to emphatically say yes to that. Mostly. I suppose it depends. I'm getting better at that, letting go of things easily. That is probably a lifelong work in progress. Some things are simple. Some things are no-brainers. Other things, whew, I can have a super stubborn ego over it. So, work in progress. How about you? Next. Who do you go to for wise advice? Ooh, let's see. Well, two of my oldest friends, Kate, Janet, yeah, you know where all the bones are buried. So, yeah, both of them I've known for a super, super long time. So these are women that I would, they're part of my soul tribe. They're my soul sisters. I would go to them first for wise advice. Or, a good reality check at the very least. All right, let's get into it. Let's see what's in the cards for us today. Who is your wise advisor? Share if you wish. I love the answers to these questions on the channel. Our theme of the day, what is charging the energy atmosphere for us? What are we navigating today? Page of Cups, offers. We have offers, we have options. How are we choosing? The fish coming out of the cup represents what it is we hold in heart space coming into form, landing on the foundation. Hopefully not flopping around wildly. Okay. I'll get it together here. Page of Cups, it's a beautiful card. And, we've been seeing more and more of the pages lately because we have had a consistent message about how stable our foundation is, how much love, joy, and bliss is overflowing on our foundation. So this creates pathways to new opportunity, to new experience, and we're leaning into it. We're certainly not turning away from it. I kind of feel like we're peeking around corners thinking, ooh, what's next? Our curiosity is engaged, our enthusiasm, and when I see this page in the Page of Wands, I feel an indulgence into. And I do mean indulgence because it's fun to do, to indulge in our gifts and our talents and our strengths. I feel that the Page of Cups and the Page of Wands draws that out of us quite naturally. There is also a message of love when you see this Page of Cups. So it could be an offer of love, and that could be the universe providing more overflow. I know, can you stand it at this point? It's a deluge, right? Coming with how beautiful the King of Swords. The King and the Queen of Swords, I'm so fond of sharing with you that they have a reputation for being cold because they are making really mindful choices, and they're offering us that mastery. I heard once long ago, and I believe it was on a news program, and this is sometime in my teenage years I heard this, but I recall someone saying that all world leaders, it would be wise if all world leaders were holding an infant while they were making these global decisions. And here we have the King of Swords holding an infant. He understands that the decisions that he makes today are going to have a long reach, and they're going to affect in some part perhaps the next 7 generations. So the King and Queen are labeled as cold because in some ways, they have to really leave emotion out of the choices that they're making for the collective. And we may come into the day today all full of heart, all full of overflow, and have to find a way to bridge head and heart as we make a choice to continue the enrichment that's on offer to us in the page, so that we can continue the overflow that we have been experiencing on our foundation. And it's really quite lovely to be here to read the cards and to say, yeah, we're on a super stable foundation, and yes, there's all this love, bliss, and overflow for us, on offer to us. Though at times, maintaining that overflow means making a decision that is a little bit more challenging than we could have anticipated at the beginning or at the outset of an experience, right? So be the love and light that you are. Bring the love and light that you are to every choice, to every decision, and do it masterfully, keeping in mind that what you choose right now is going to broadcast and ripple for quite a ways through your own sphere of influence, and it will affect those nearest and dearest to you. Okay. Next we have the Knight of Wands. The Knights, you know, they convey messages between cards. This Knight, super passionate, extremely creative. And, you know, he gets a reputation in tarot, too, for being a bit of a player. And I consider him a little bit of an unreliable knight. A little bit. He fulfills his mission, absolutely. Though he takes a very circuitous, serpentine kind of route as he fulfills the mission. So here he is, carrying all this beautiful love that's popping out of the cup on the page. And he's also delivering a very strategic, perhaps, message from the King of Swords. The King and the Queen, they are brilliant strategists. And I feel a divine design unfolding here between the page and the king. And now it's in the hands of the Knight of Wands, who has no clock whatsoever, which is kind of cool. What's time anyway, right? Though whatever's on the receiving end of the Knight's message may be toe-tapping some impatience, right? Yeah. Hurry the heck up, would you? Here's the Chariot. Dynamic movement. I do like that the Chariot's there, and I do like that the Knight is going to hand off whatever is coming from the page and the King of Swords. It's going to get handed off to the Chariot, which is wonderful. The Chariot's number 7 in the major arcana, so you know there's a touch of heaven and earth here on the card. It is, for me, part of the divine delivery system. You know, we eventually will land on the Wheel of Fortune. So this, whatever this is, however this experience is unfolding for you, you know, you take it where it's most relevant for you. Apply it to your unique life experience. This is gaining momentum within an atmosphere that's already charged with pretty impressive momentum. We've been seeing that for weeks. And now we go from the Chariot to Temperance. There's something completely brand new, a little bit unexpected in the Temperance card. And quite recently in meditation with this card, I saw just pure innocence in it. You know, sticking our toe in a particular river for the first time, knowing that we'll never have that moment again. You can't step in the same river twice. But the wonder, the awe, and the joy that comes of that for the very first time experience with something brand new. So we've got it here with the page. It's new experience. We've got it here with Temperance, new experience, and it's an alchemy of energies here. And that means that we're blending things together that we have not ever blended together before. And we are in complete wonder and awe for it. And we're moving along swiftly with it. The important, passionate, creative piece has been delivered by the Knight of Wands and his little, you know, serpentine route to get to the Chariot. But it's here and we're doing something with it. And then look at the major arcana here. And these 3 cards, the High Priestess shows up. I would not be surprised to see the death card show up as well, because you know that's been happening a lot too. The High Priestess, you know, she is going to, my feeling, connect nicely with the super experienced King of Swords. So he's going to bring the brilliant strategy, and she's going to bring the brilliant intuition to an energy that is unfolding swiftly for us within the day, that is very much connected to what we hold in heart space. And what we're holding in heart space is an aspect of how we desire to live upon within our foundation, and then how that ripples out in our broadcast through our sphere of influence. It's going to bring us to the edge of our sphere of influence, where we are going to feel poised for what's next with divine curiosity. What comes with this? Ooh, brilliant clarity, everlasting strength, a divine and cosmic gift. I love this. I love this alignment, because this card is truly that, a gift from the divine all, from divine order, infinite intelligence, right? And it's carrying, in a very stable way, the mastery of our King of Swords and the masterful intuition of our High Priestess. We're moving with that in the alchemy of what we are creating, how we are building upon the foundation. How sweet. You know, yesterday's reading, I'm very mindful of that right now. You know, it's rare for me to delve into beloved relationship within the cards, because I do sense, feel, know just how important it is for us to have amazing, solid self relationship. And I feel that our decision to connect within potentially beloved relationship, I'm not ignoring family and friends here, but I did feel a strong beloved connection in that Two of Cups and the Lovers. There's a strong soulmate flow going on here, and I have the sense that we are following our intuition and leaning into the kind of relationship within ourselves and relationship with another potential soulmate beloved in a way that we never have, and that in itself is the alchemy of temperance. And we have brilliant clarity around that, and we have everlasting strength around that, because we have done the kind of spiritual journey work to be independent, and independent enough to decide to share our independence with another person who is equally independent. No codependency. I'm repeating that just for the sake of yesterday's message. You know, for the sake of the Knight of Wands being here, the player. There are no players here. These cards feel quite uplifting, happy, exciting, and also serious. And what are we doing with all this? Where are we going? We're going into the Six of Swords. I almost said the Six of Flow. Well, we are in a great flow. There's a lot of momentum here. There is some element of swiftness on the Knight of Wands. I know. It sounds counterintuitive, considering that he's in no particular rush. But there's definitely more swiftness here in the Chariot, dynamically so. And now we have Six of Swords. This is moving on. And this kind of confirms what I was just talking about, how we've all done relationship with self and others in a way that has produced less than ideal experiences. And we've grown from that, which is beautiful. And the six honors that and lets us know that we've moved from those kinds of experiences into something completely different, you know, something that the Ace of Cups overflows upon consistently. And it's really quite sweet. Now, in addition, we have, more confirmation here, because now we've got the Eight of Swords. This is a lovely arrangement, especially with our King and our Ace and our High Priestess. What I was just talking about was an Eight of Swords life experience. It's a mental trap. We've been all the way up in our head many times over, and we have learned to blend head and heart. And I feel that our Six of Swords is confirmation of leaving our Eight of Swords in our past. Not forgetting it, however, not living from it either. That's not the reality now. So we can look at this Eight of Swords in a congratulatory sort of way for ourselves. So yeah, congratulations. You've overcome this. Not only that, you've moved on from it and coming along with it. Why not? Some more swift, dynamic movement in the Knight of Swords. That's pretty sweet, actually. The Knight of Swords, you know, he's a point A to point B kind of guy, and he definitely fulfills his mission swiftly, so much so that he's unconcerned with consequences within the mission itself. Yeah. He does not look into the periphery. Our saving grace, though, is that we have the High Priestess, which allows for a dynamic flow of our intuitive gifts. So looking into the periphery is not exactly necessary, because whatever it is we need to know, we will know. We will be aware. We will be awakened and enlightened for it, especially with the Ace of Swords present in the mastery of the King. Very nice. And then we have Justice. I feel that this is the next level of the message connected to yesterday's reading. There is a fair exchange of energy going on here within self, within all of our other relationships. The scales are balanced. And I also feel we're not settling for any less than that. We've done it. We know what that feels like. And it's that's off the foundation now. That's a no-fly zone for us. And coming with, yeah, look at that. The Emperor. Gosh, the major arcana in this reading is quite stunning. So the Emperor, our beautiful divine know-it-all. I like to call him the experienced it all. He has so much wisdom, and he represents us in such a beautiful, fiery, dynamic way within the reading. We may find ourselves in a place where we don't have a lot of experience, Page of Cups, yet we have all of our prior experience to leverage on the new experiences, and we do that like an emperor. He is the equivalent of all four kings rolled into one, and that's amazing. So, you know, bring your fire, bring your passion, and don't dilute it. Because that would be settling for less than you desire, and you've created a life experience scenario where the blending of energies is so fulfilling you can't do otherwise any longer, because that would be settling for less than. Okay, Angel Answers. Gosh, let me know what you think of this reading. I'm really enjoying it personally. Yeah, and here it is. This was in yesterday's as well. The romance card is back. It is connection. It is the blending of energies, things weaving together, as we spoke about already. And I think it sits nicely right next to Temperance. All right. Romance is in the air, folks. And it's creating another repeat card. Big happy changes for us. What's next? Let's have a fresh one we haven't seen for a couple of days. Well, maybe. We've got Take Action. There's our Chariot. There's our Knight of Wands. There's our Knight of Swords. There's our Emperor, too. You know, the Emperor might look nice and comfy sitting on his throne in most tarot card decks, but make no mistake, he'll be up on his feet and on his horse in moments if necessary. He doesn't mess around, that one. Here's one we have not seen for a while, Recovery. Yeah. This kind of energy atmosphere allows for that. It allows for these Eight of Swords experiences to be seen for what they are and the experience they have provided, right? Which allows great healing to happen in our big happy changes while we take action on romance. Okay, our contemplative question from the Soul Truth deck. What excuses am I making right now? Oh, God. I have like 3 of them. I'm avoiding doing yoga today. That's one. Yeah. The others I'll keep to myself. But yeah, I'm making excuses. Are you? And what are they? I'll push past it, I promise. Okay, last, certainly not least, our affirmation from the universe has your back. I am the loving energy of the universe. Oh, that's so sweet. Truly, that is so sweet. That will help me get past the excuses I'm making, actually. Love that deck. All right, everybody. Have a beautiful Wednesday. Peace, love, and happiness to each and every one of you. See you around. Namaste.